Over the last couple of years, I have reviewed about 20 different keyboard cases for the iPad mini 6. I wanted to make them a little bit more seamless, the whole buyer's guide just a little bit easier. This is a mashup for all those keyboard cases. This video is a quick review of each one for 60 seconds or less. Let's go. Hello and welcome back. It's V. Let's get started. So all my reviews for each of the keyboard cases will be about 60 seconds or less for all the old videos I have done with updated audio and pretty much just trying to make everything just a little bit more seamless and easier for kind of like a buyer's guide. It's every iPad mini 6 keyboard case I have reviewed in 60 seconds or less. The first one you can pick up off Amazon is the Finite keyboard case. This can be picked up for around $40. It charges with micro USB. Typically, any book style keyboard cases are pretty bad. This case overall is pretty good. I will say I am a fan of this case. It has like a fake leather to it. The keyboard is utterly junk. This is one of the worst ones on the whole list. I do like how the case also protects the camera. It's a nice little thing that they have, but it will offer complete protection while traveling, and especially if you were to drop it. This keyboard case does not offer auto wake and sleep. There are 3 different viewing angles for this case. This keyboard is completely junk. This is hands down one of the worst keyboards I have ever used. Honestly, anything would be better than this, which is really sad because this case is really solid. Get any foldable Bluetooth keyboard would be better than this. The Finite keyboard case, hands down, is one of the worst keyboard cases I have ever used going forward. The second one you can pick up off Amazon for around $40 or $50. It's your standard book style keyboard case. It's pretty much the same thing as the Finite one, just in a slightly different package. It has a very good case. The keyboard is the same exact thing as the first one, so it's pretty much trash. Anything would be better than this. The keys are really small, it's cramped, they are quite squishy, it charges with micro USB. There really aren't many decent viewing angles with this case. There's really nothing redeeming about the keyboard or the case. The case from the Finite one was decent. The case here is just very bad. Personally, get yourself any foldable keyboard would be better than this whole package. Number 2 should just be avoided because personally, it's really that bad. Number 3 on my list is the PboyiqiS, which can be picked up off Amazon for around $50. This is the first keyboard case for the Mini 6, which offers a trackpad, but this is also the world's smallest trackpad. The keys are round instead of being square. The typing experience is much better here compared to the other two. It does charge with USB Type-C, so it is a significant upgrade. The keyboard in the case does attach with magnets. Like with the first two, there is no auto wake and sleep. The back of the case does turn into a kickstand. That is a smart idea. The trackpad and the keyboard here are just bad. Because of the small trackpad, you can't really do anything besides clicking and dragging, 2 fingers scrolling up and down. There are no 3 or 4 finger gestures. The keyboard here is much better than the first two. That's not really saying much, it's slightly better. Overall, this keyboard case is a step in the right direction. It offers better features, but there are still much better options out there. Still, this one is pretty poor. Like the first two, avoid this one. Number 4 is another book style keyboard case, which can be picked up off Amazon for around $40. It does charge with USB Type-C. I will say this keyboard is actually much better than the first 3. Like this keyboard is actually curved a little bit to give a slightly better typing experience. The keys are round like number 3, so overall the typing experience is slightly better. It is backlit with 7 different colors. There is no auto wake and sleep. With each of these keyboard cases, the typing experience is getting better. For the price you pay, there are better options out there. For any book style keyboard cases, this is probably the best typing experience, but at the same time, there are much better keyboard cases to look at. But the quality is moving to the right for each new iteration that does come out. This one is decent, but for the price you pay, there are plenty of better options out there. Number 4, like 1, 2, and 3, should just be avoided. This is the IVSOTEK keyboard case for the iPad mini 6. The original one is unavailable on Amazon, so that might be for the best. I believe I originally picked this up for about $40 off Amazon. The case is actually decent. It does charge with micro USB. It's your standard book style keyboard case. The case is actually pretty nice. The keyboard, on the other half, is the same exact thing from the last 3 or 4 cases I have reviewed. This one is still junk. The case, on the other hand, is pretty solid. It offers complete protection for traveling, and if you were to drop it, it even covers up the camera. There are 2 different cutouts for different viewing angles. Literally, on the flip side, the case is actually pretty solid. With this case, case, the iPad Mini 6 can rotate either in portrait or landscape on the desk. Some people really want to put an iPad in portrait mode, especially if you do a lot of coding. If you write a lot, the iPad would be perfect in portrait mode. The case is pretty good. The keyboard is pretty much junk. For $40, the case is kind of worth it, but like I said, there are plenty of better options on this list. If you are like me and you do like some good sci-fi dramas with a wonderful cast of characters which spans over a dozen books, X-Force by Craig Allison is a series to really check out. Pre-order now for book 16, which does drop in December. Right now with my promo code, you can get 2 free audiobooks, 30 days for free, and after the free trial, it's $14.95 a month. You can cancel at any time. Re-listening with Skippy and Joe is such a wild ride. This series is one worth checking out. The next one up on my list is the QYiiD keyboard case for the iPad Mini 6. This can be picked up off Amazon for about 30 or 40 bucks. It's a standard plastic keyboard case, which turns your iPad Mini 6 into more of a netbook. It does charge with USB Type-C. This device is more basic. It's just a standard normal Bluetooth keyboard case. It has all the basic features you would want. Typically, this is better than any book style keyboard case. It does have auto wake and sleep. It's your normal standard QWERTY layout. It works well for what it does. The price isn't bad for $30. So like the other 4 on my list, this one is quite basic and forgettable. Plenty of better options out there. The next one you can pick up is a classic. It is the Snug keyboard case you can pick up off Amazon for around $60 or $70. This will turn your iPad Mini 6 into a real netbook. This was good for its time. When the premium keyboard came out, it made this one irrelevant. It does charge with USB Type-C. The neck can rotate 360 degrees. It does have auto wake and sleep. This keyboard case has a couple different modes. You can turn it into tablet mode or temp mode, just different options for drawing. Besides that, the trackpad is kind of slow. It's a little bit jittery. You don't get all the native Apple gestures. This trackpad is decent. It's maybe a 2 out of 5. There are better options out there. It does work. You really have to get used to it. The keyboard is one of the better ones. It's small, it's cramped. It will work for a couple quick replies. I would not write out an essay with this. The keyboard is backlit with 7 different colors. Overall, this keyboard is okay, but with the release of the premium keyboard, that one pretty much makes this one irrelevant, and they are both about the same price. So if you're looking to pick up one with a trackpad and keyboard, get the premium one. Oh, the next one is the Touch keyboard case. You can pick this up off Amazon for around $40. The premium keyboard made the Snug keyboard case irrelevant. The Snug keyboard case made this one irrelevant, and this one came out after that one. Everything that was terrible with the Snug keyboard case, make it 10 times worse, and you have this product. It's about the same design as a Snug keyboard case. It flexes, the build quality is bad, it is no longer backlit. The keyboard flexes, it's much worse. Even just opening up the keyboard case, it flexes. It does charge with USB Type-C. That's the only redeeming feature about this product. If you want to take the Snug keyboard case, make it cheaper, you have this product. The keyboard is trash. The trackpad is even worse. The build quality is terrible. This thing is absolutely disgusting. Never buy this. And if you did buy this, ask for your money back. I don't care how long it's been. Email the company and demand your money back, because this thing is a crime against humanity. This thing is absolutely terrible. There's nothing nice I can say about this. This one can be picked up off Amazon for about $50. This is the first keyboard case with a tearaway design. It attaches with magnets. The build quality is actually really nice. It's made from ABS plastic. The kickstand is really well built. Overall, it's a pretty nicely designed product. This is one of my personal favorite keyboard cases to date. It does charge with USB Type-C. You do have auto wake and sleep. The trackpad is nice and responsive. The trackpad is not the smallest. It is bigger than some of the other ones. You do not have all the native Apple gestures, no pinch to zoom, no multitasking. You can connect up to 3 different devices with this keyboard. It is backlit. It is a little bit cramped, but it is one of the better ones out there. The typing experience is much better than the other ones on this list so far. It's pretty solid. It offers plenty of features. The case is really top notch, and it's one of my personal favorite keyboard cases to date. Up next is the GREENLAW keyboard case. You can pick this up off off Amazon for about $50. This, hands down, is one of my personal favorite keyboard cases. They got so many things right with this product. It does charge with USB Type-C. It's made from rubber and ABS plastic. It does have a tearaway design. Granted, there is no trackpad, but this has a pretty nice keyboard. There is extra room for a better keyboard. It does have auto wake and sleep. The best feature about this keyboard case is once it's fully opened, it's angled to give a better typing experience. Like, the small things really do show, especially with the GREENLAW keyboard case. It is a all-around damn good package. The build quality is really nice. The keyboard has a decent weight to it. That hinge, that tearaway design. This thing is really the start of a premium keyboard. This one was designed so well. This product is really that good, and it still sits in a year later as one of my personal favorites just because it's that good. Up next is a smaller Magic keyboard for the Mini 6. This can be picked up off Amazon anywhere from $80 to $300. The prices really fluctuate with the vendors. The Mini 6 will attach to it with magnets. There really isn't much support for it on the right side, so the Mini 6 will slouch down. It does have auto wake and sleep. It charges with USB Type-C. When the iPad is fully opened, the iPad will block part of the keyboard, so that's really not a good design choice here. The keyboard feels a bit stiff. It's not really the best typing experience. The trackpad feels even more stiff. It does have all the native Apple gestures. You really need some extra force to properly use it. Like, the whole keyboard case just feels really stiff. There is a white variant also. Overall, for the price of it, there are better options out there, and this one should kind of just be avoided, and the overall user experience is just really poor. The next one up is the doqo Magic keyboard, which has the same design language. It's made from aluminum. This can be picked up off Amazon for around $100. The right side does slouch down a little bit, but it's not as bad as the other one. It does have auto wake and sleep. It charges with USB Type-C. The iPad does not hang over the keyboard like the other one. You have a chiclet scissor switch keyboard. The trackpad, it is a little bit smaller, but it does have all the native Apple gestures from pinch to zoom and multitasking. The keyboard is a chiclet style scissor switches, which translates to it's a pretty good typing experience. The main thing that holds this keyboard back from being better is it is offset to the right. They combine tab with Q, shift with A, so you really have to get used to this layout to really use it. The typing experience here is one of the best. Having that offset keyboard just really throws me off. It's a really good typing experience. You have to get comfortable with that layout change to really like it. It is a little bit expensive. It offers enough features. It has a premium build, and this one is within the top 5 best keyboard cases for the Mini 6, and it really is a good keyboard case. You really have to get used to the keyboard to really like it. The next one up on my list is the premium keyboard. You can pick this up off Amazon for around $60 to $70. When you are buying this product, you are buying this for the trackpad. This thing is half the size of the case itself. You do get all the native Apple gestures. This keyboard case is fairly thin. It charges with USB Type-C. The iPad will attach to it with magnets. It does have auto wake and sleep. The neck can rotate 360 degrees for different viewing angles, for different modes for drawing or watching movies. This is the biggest trackpad on any keyboard case for the Mini 6. It's big, it's spacious, you get all the normal Apple gestures, and it works pretty well overall. The keyboard is backlit with 7 different colors. Overall, the typing experience is decent. It's not the best, it's not the worst. The main reason why you are picking up this keyboard case is strictly for that trackpad. That thing is big. The next one up is the F22 Wing. This is the thinnest keyboard case you can get for the Mini 6. You can pick this up off Amazon for about $50. The only major downside with this keyboard case is because it's so thin, it needs its own specialized charging cable. That's the only negative holding this keyboard back from being the best. The iPad will attach to it with magnets. It has auto wake and sleep. They did eventually release a white version of this. One small annoyance about this case is the iPad can get stuck to the corners of it. Besides that, this thing is pretty solid. It's one of the best typing experiences out there. The back cover will bend down, and that's what holds the iPad into place. Overall, this thing is pretty solid. This is my go-to device to travel with my Mini 6, just because it's as thin as a normal folio case, and there's no bulk. The last one is the QYiiD keyboard case. You can pick this up off Amazon for about $60. This is the best typing experience, period. There is nothing else that can come close. It charges with USB Type-C. It has a tearaway design. The kickstand is pretty solid. The sides do hang out a little bit, so it's easier to grip because you have more to grab. It does have auto wake and sleep. The backside of the case is magnetic. You can stick it to a filing cabinet, the fridge. Honestly, the sky is the limit. This keyboard is backlit with 7 different colors, and hands down, you have a scissor switch chiclet style keyboard. This is the best keyboard case out on the market right now. The typing experience is that good. I can easily break 60 words per minute. It's easy to use, it's quite comfortable. It doesn't feel cramped. If you travel, you need something small, light, and compact. There is no other competition. So like always, it's V, stay classy.